gentlemen, if you'll kindly please take your seats, we'll get started shortly. Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. I'm Lane Lucky. I'm the president of the Beta Omicron Alumni Chapter of Pi Kappa Phi Fraternity. It's my great pleasure this evening and privilege to welcome you all to the annual Morgan Extra Mile Scholarship Banquet. I'd like to take this opportunity to again thank you for being here to celebrate the accomplishments of our student leaders, especially those who are committed to going the extra mile to achieve success. So as we begin our program tonight, I'd like to introduce the presidents of Sigma 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 Sorority and Pi Kappa Phi Fraternity to deliver a few remarks on behalf of our undergraduate members. So please join me in welcoming now Mallory McConaughey and David Johnson.
Good evening. On behalf of the Alpha Zeta chapter of Sigma Sigma Sigma, I'm excited to welcome you all tonight. The Sherry Morgan Extra Mile Scholarship Program exemplifies the very best of a sorority woman: scholarship, service, and character. This is the foundation of our sisterhood. On February 17th, the Alpha Zeta chapter celebrated 90 years of tradition at NSU. Oh yeah. With more than 2,300 initiated members, we have truly lived our motto: we who receive much must give much. This evening, we will celebrate and recognize members who go the extra mile in all things. Last year, the chapter was blessed with the establishment of the Extra Mile Scholarship, a tradition that would not be possible without, of course, the Morgan family. Tonight, we continue to add our legacy at NSU with the addition of the Morgan First Generation Scholarships. We are so proud, honored, and privileged to be a part of something so special, both Tri Sigma and NSU. Thank you to our alumni sisters, advisors, parents, and university guests for joining us all tonight. So thank you.
Good evening, everyone. On behalf of the Beta Omicron chapter of Pi Kappa Phi, I want to welcome our brothers and our friends in the Sigma 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 sorority, all alumni, special guests, NSU faculty and staff, and our parents and families. We're so thankful to share this special evening with all of you. Tonight is a special anniversary in the history of the Beta Omicron chapter. 10 years ago, the David Morgan Extra Mile Scholarship was awarded to Pi Kappa Phi members for the very first time. Never before had there been such an act of generosity, one that would ultimately have an impact this great. From his time as a student and throughout his life, he has always honored a commitment to Pi Kappa Phi that transcends any personal selfishness. He is the ideal brother, always working to lift up his brothers. Among the 600 plus initiates in the Beta Omicron chapter's 62-year history, David Morgan stands out as an example for all of us. In the last decade, the Extra Mile Scholarship has been awarded more than $50,000 to more than 50 Pi Cap leaders. This investment in our future not only rewards hard work, but instills in each of our members the values of industriousness and self-determination. We are inspired by Brother Morgan's example, as he is known for quoting, "If it is to be, it's up to me." Still, after 10 years, this challenges each of us to find our own definition of personal success, while never forgetting to leave a legacy for those who follow.
Thank you, David. So as we begin our dinner tonight, I'd like to invite Noah Bodwang, the chaplain of the Beta Omicron chapter, to invoke our blessing.
Please bow your heads. Almighty Archon, we have come together to celebrate the life you have given us and the hard work and achievement made to bring glory to your name. Keep your hand over us, O Lord, as we strive every day to go the extra mile and to achieve our goals in your honor. Be with those who have traveled near and far to celebrate this special night and ensure their safe travels. May your guidance and protection be with the brothers of Pi Kappa Phi Fraternity, the sisters of Sigma 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 Sorority, and to all the friends and family of these organizations. Let us continue to honor your name and follow the path you have given us. Bless this meal and the hands that prepared it, and we ask that you provide now for those who cannot provide for themselves. In your name we pray, amen.
Amen.
Thank you, Noah. At this time, you are dismissed to the buffet line. We'd like to begin with the tables here in the front. There are 4 buffet lines, so we'll start here with these 2 tables here. Work our way back. continue to enjoy your meal. Wonderful desserts that are on the table. Some of you still working on delicious chicken. I do want to recognize really quickly some of our special guests here with us tonight. First and foremost, I'd like to recognize the first family of Northwestern State University, Dr. and Mrs. Chris Maggio with us here this evening, as well as their son Scott, who is also a member of Pi Kappa Phi and the David Morgan Extra Mile Scholarship recipient. We're glad you're here as well, Brother Scott. Also want to thank all of our NSU faculty and staff that are here, quite a few of you. If you would, please be so kind to stand so that we can recognize you for being a part of this special evening. And as I look around the room, I'm so impressed and struck by the number of parents that are here this evening. So thank you for allowing your children to be a part of these two organizations, for the encouragement that you provide them, and for being here this evening to celebrate all of their accomplishments and to join us as this extended family. If we can have a round of applause for all of the moms and dads and grandparents that are here with us this evening. Thank you. It now gives me great pleasure to introduce tonight's keynote speaker, Mark E. Timmies. Now, Mark served as the Chief Executive Officer of Pi Kappa Phi Fraternity, the Pi Kappa Phi Foundation, and Pi Kappa Properties. In his role, he leads a staff of 45 full-time professionals. He's responsible for directing the vision and strategic planning efforts of the greater fraternity, which includes almost 13,000 students on 185 campuses and over 100,000 living alumni. He's guided the organization through 3 strategic plans, including their current strategic plan, Uncommon Leadership. Mark also serves as the organization's staff attorney. Now, Mark joined Pi Kappa Phi at the Alpha Epsilon chapter at the University of Florida in 1976 and was elected president, Archon, in 1977. He served the campus as IFC president in 1979, and as a student, he was named a National Pi Kappa Scholar, National Pi Kappa Phi Student of the Year, and inducted into the University of Florida Hall of Fame. After graduation, Mark served on the National Fraternity staff as Director of Communications from 1979 to 1981, before returning to the University of Florida for law school. In 1994, he returned to the national staff as the 8th Executive Director of Pi Kappa Phi. In 1996, he was named Chief Executive Officer. In his 24 years, he's been very active interfraternally, serving on the Southeastern Interfraternity Conference, SEIFC, Board of Directors for 7 years, the Fraternity Risk Management Trust, FR&T, Board of Directors for 18 years, the Fraternity Executives Association Board for 7 years, including service as its president in 2010-2011. He's currently treasurer of the North American Interfraternity Conference, the NIC, and a member of the NIC Governing Council. He's been recognized with the SEIFC Durward Owen Award and the Kappa Alpha Order Interfraternal Service Award. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Mark E. Timmies.
Thank you, Lane. I'm excited to be back in Natchitoches. Last year was the first trip, and David Morgan took me to his favorite place to get some meat pie. My wife, meanwhile, went to the Steel Magnolia tour instead. I ate it with a fork. Well, David took a picture of me eating the meat pie with a fork, and he sent it around to some of our friends on a text, and I said in reply, I didn't get any instruction. And David said, you don't need any instruction. I'm eating a meat pie. So David, I just wanted to let you know on this trip that I did eat it the right way this time. So, Dr. Maggio, congratulations on becoming the president of the university. When I was here last year, you were in the interim role, and I cannot imagine another person better suited to serve this university. Our students are fortunate to have a president and a team committed to supporting the fraternity sorority system and recognizing its value. And to David and Sherry Morgan, thank you for your commitment to today's students and recognizing that success means going the extra mile both inside and outside the classroom. There's a Chinese proverb that says, "May you live in interesting times." I'm going to say that again. May you live in interesting times. Yes, the last year has been challenging. People question the value of the fraternity and sorority experience. They question whether we should be allowed to remain single-sex organizations. There have been high-profile deaths in the last year and a half, with Timothy Piazza at Penn State and down the road with Max Groover at LSU. And of course, Pi Kappa Phi has not been immune with the death of Andrew Coffey at Florida State on November 3rd. This has led to campus-wide suspensions, new rules and regulations, and zero tolerance for misbehavior. So where do we go from here? First, I would say to all of you, be proud you're a member of a fraternity or sorority, and do not doubt its value. We're a community of caring. We provide support in this time of discovery as a college student. We build confidence. While the school provides the IQ, we provide the EQ, the emotional intelligence, and a shared co-curricular experience. This is why a recent Gallup poll found fraternity and sorority members have better jobs and better lives upon graduation. Second, we are about character enhancement, leadership skills, service learning, life skills, and civic engagement. Find your place and passion in both these areas at not only Northwestern State, but within Pi Kappa Phi and Sigma Sigma Sigma. And third, I would ask you to lead. The Tri Sigma Creed challenges you to become inspired leaders. The Pi Kappa Phi Creed speaks about men who prepare themselves diligently to shoulder their full responsibilities as citizens. We need you to lead in selecting members who want a true fraternal experience and not the stereotype. We need you to lead in the safety and well-being of our members as well as our guests. And we need you to lead in keeping careful watch over your personal conduct and not tolerate members who will bring you down. And we need you to lead in dignity and respect for each other, our newest members and our friends. And we need you to lead to make the campus and community a better, more vibrant place. And lastly, we need you to advocate on behalf of fraternity and sorority. We need you to share your stories of true fraternity. We need you to share how you supported a member in distress, how you helped them keep in school through tutoring and encouragement. These are the stories the media never covers. If you do all of this, you will not only have gone the extra mile, but you will have exemplified your respective creeds in your daily lives. May you live in interesting times. Well, yes, you do. Let's make the most of it. Congratulations to the award recipients and best wishes for a successful spring. Thank you very much.
Thank you again, Mark. At this time, we would like to welcome Libby Blair and Abigail Reynolds of Sigma Sigma Sigma. The Tri Sigma Sisterhood song was written in 2013 by Alicia Munns of the Alpha Zeta chapter.
Founded in 1898, April 20th is when we celebrate. Faith, hope, and love is what we stand for. We proudly wear our purple and pearls, sisters to each other. Big littles, pearls and shipmates, a bond so strong that nothing can break. A love like this cannot be faked, 'cause they are my cooling ray in the heat of the day, shining star on a dark valley, shoulder to cry on when I feel weak. Sigma Tri is what I mean. We laugh, we love, we fight, we tease. There's nothing that could compare to these wonderful people who are there for me. Sigma Tri, my sorority. Ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. Always, ever forward, we sail to no regrets. 3 times better with just 1 letter. We sail on and stick together, 'cause they are my cooling ray in the heat of the day, shining star on a dark valley, a shoulder to cry on when I feel weak. Sigma Tri is what I mean. We laugh, we love, we fight, we tease. There's nothing that could compare to these wonderful people who are there for me. Sigma Tri, my sorority. Ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. S-I-G-M-A, there is no other way. 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 'Cause they are my cooling ray in the heat of the day, shining star on a dark valley, shoulder to cry on when I feel weak. Sigma Tri is what I mean. We laugh, we love, we fight, we tease. There's nothing that could compare to these wonderful people who are there for me. Sigma Tri, my sorority. Ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. That's my sorority.
Thank you so much, ladies. That was beautiful. We're so delighted this evening to be joined by the National Treasurer of Sigma 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 Sorority. Please join me in welcoming Ann Rakowski.
Dr. Maggio, Mr. and Mrs. Morgan, members of the Northwestern community. As Lane said, I'm Ann Rakowski, and I am the National Treasurer for Tri Sigma Sorority. It is an honor and a privilege for me to share this celebration with you this evening. Tri Sigma is proud to be a campus partner of Northwestern University through our Alpha Zeta chapter. In our 90-year history on this campus, we have initiated 2,315 members. Our 746th member was Sherry Ferguson, and we are proud to call her our sister. Thank you. To say that Mrs. Morgan embodies our motto, to receive much, you must give much, is an understatement. She is a wonderful example to all members of Tri Sigma of what that truly means. The vision of Tri Sigma is to provide exceptional experiences that will empower women to change the world. We are grateful to Mr. and Mrs. Morgan for providing scholarships to our women that will help them do just that. Not only are you helping with the scholarship recipients, but those that they will serve into their future. We're grateful for all that you've done for our Alpha Zeta chapter. It is through your generosity that our members have a living witness to what it means to go the extra mile. Through your hard work and your dedication to Northwestern University, you are giving chapter members of both Tri Sigma and Pi Kappa Phi an example of the benefits of working hard and giving back to others. To those of you who are receiving scholarships tonight, we say congratulations. And please let the example of Mr. and Mrs. Morgan's generosity and service be a motivation for you to do the same as you go out into the world and make a difference in the lives of those you meet. On behalf of our National President, Natalie Averett, and the other members of our Executive Council, we thank the Morgans for their generosity toward the members of our Alpha Zeta chapter, and to the Northwestern University community for allowing us to be campus partners for more than 90 years. Thank you.
Thank you again, Ann. Now, this uncommon opportunity through the Morgan Extra Mile Scholarship Program is only one of the reasons it's an exciting time to be an NSU Demon. Again, leading our alma mater is President Dr. Chris Maggio. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give him another round of applause and welcome him.
Mike, thank you very much. You know, as I look out across this ballroom tonight, it brings a lot of pride. You know, I've been a part of Northwestern State University since 1982 when I started here as a student, and then as a faculty and staff member when I returned in 1988 after spending 2 years in the local high school setting. And this event tonight really epitomizes is when I go out and speak to different groups, whether it be prospective students, alumni, business leaders, about what Northwestern State University embodies. Now let's think about the group that we have in the room tonight. First of all, we have two people, David and Sherry Morgan, who met over 40 years ago at this university, who were students just like you, who went out in the world and continued their love and affinity for Northwestern as they advanced through their careers. Always remembering our university. Always giving back. Initially, maybe not as large as they did in the past couple of years, but always giving back to the university. Always remembering Northwestern. We have some students here, family members that are in high school. People that we go out and visit with and tell them and try to let them know what we stand for at our university. I know I had the opportunity of being a part of the recruitment process for a number of these students that are sitting here today. And one thing that we always talk about is the Northwestern family. And that's what we try to ensure that our folks understand, that we're more than just a university, more than just a place where we want you to come to school and get your education, because we always tell our students that sure, we want you to learn in the classroom, but hopefully you're going to learn just as much outside the classroom. And to our family members that traveled tonight to be here with your sons and daughters, as they're being recognized or their friends are being recognized tonight, you're a part of this family as well. And I think our guests will see this love and this togetherness that we have at this university. This student experience, as we call it. Faculty and staff members, our faculty, our fraternity and sorority advisors, other members of our staff. Folks, we have 2 vice presidents and 3 academic deans that are here tonight. That is what we talk about supporting the Greek system at our university. Shane Crapell, our fraternity and sorority leader at our university, did a great job that he does. Folks from our foundation. That's what family is all about. And as our other speakers have said tonight, David and Sharon, we want to thank you from the bottom of our heart. Not only have you given over the years back to our university, you have made a mark that's going to live on for generations. We started with the first 2 recipients of that Extra Mile Scholarship, and we expanded that program from Pi Kappa Phi to Tri Sigma. And then on a larger scale, this past year, as a $1 million gift to Northwestern State University for our first generation scholarships for both of these organizations. And I can tell you probably the thing that's going to make you prouder than anything tonight, besides the outstanding students that you're going to recognize, is I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt that 40 years from now, there's going to be other members that are students now that are going to be doing the same thing that you're doing. We have a great group of students who love this university, who go the extra mile, and I promise you that they're going to be doing that for their university and the students of the future. To our students, I can't tell you how much it is a pleasure for me to work with you each and every day. I've got the best job in America. I get to be around you each and every day. Yes, sometimes it's correcting mistakes, but more times than not, it's applauding you and working side by side with you as you do great things for this university and for our society. So let's enjoy the banquet. Let's all make sure that we give one more big round of applause for David and Sherry Morgan. Thank you so much. And Lane, thank you so much for doing this as well. Morgan Stevens.
Thank you, Dr. Maggio. Next, I'd like to introduce the namesake of this scholarship program, David D. Morgan Sr., a 1970 initiate of the Beta Omicron chapter. David served as Archon of the Beta Omicron chapter and held many campus leadership positions, such as the Student Union Board President, and even a stint as our mascot, Vic the Demon. Brother Morgan used his experiences at Northwestern to propel himself to a successful career as an insurance executive, as the founder of United Teacher Associates. He learned the importance of communicating at NSU, and he built a company with more than $100 million in assets in just over a decade. For this, in 2006, Brother Morgan was named to the Pi Kappa Phi Hall of Fame for bringing honor to his fraternity through lifetime achievement in his career. He's a member of the fraternity's new Phi Society and has guided the Pi Kappa Phi Foundation and Pi Cap Properties as a member of both organizations' board of directors. He currently serves as the treasurer of the Beta Omicron Alumni Chapter, and he works very closely with our student leaders. In 1994, Brother Morgan was named to the Northwestern State University Hall of Distinction, the Long Purple Line. He's remained an active supporter of countless university initiatives, and he's helped launch and guide the career of countless NSU students, many of whom are in this room tonight. Sherry Farguson Morgan is a native of Shreveport, graduated from Northwestern in 1973. She earned an associate degree in secretarial science. She's been a dedicated alumna of the Alpha Zeta chapter of Sigma 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 sorority. She was a 2007 inductee in the NSU College of Business Hall of Distinction, which honor NSU graduates who have made a significant contribution to the College of Business and to NSU. Sherry and David have 3 children and 7 grandchildren. Their son, David Morgan Jr., and his wife, Leslie, are also graduates of NSU. They're with us this evening. Now, Sherry said that her life is defined by the Bible verse, Ephesians chapter 3, verse 20. Now to him who is able to do immeasurably more than all we ask or imagine, according to his power that is at work within us. And by the philosophy that to whom much is given, much is expected. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome David and Sherry Morgan. They're going to be joined this evening. They're joined this evening by NSU Assistant Vice President of External Affairs, Ray Curtis.
Well, good evening. Last year I thought that was a good-looking group, but y'all have really outdone yourself again. Everybody's dressed to the nines here. So thank y'all for showing up and looking so nice tonight. It gives us great pleasure to be able to introduce the First Generation Scholarship Program. When Drake and Jill presented it to me this summer, it sounded like this wonderful idea to be able to help so many people. We just need the money. And Jill and Drake are real good about asking for the money. So, but we I learned a long time ago, meek salesmen have skinny kids. So you got to ask for the order. And you guys are doing a great job. But it just really warms my heart to be able to provide the first generation scholarships. We were both first generation college students. Our parents went to college, but nobody in either one of our families at the time had graduated from college. And when I was at Northwestern, we were so poor that I was so poor that most of the time I couldn't afford to pay attention. But it worked out. So being able to provide a scholarship for this magnitude to help so many people that are in exactly the same situation that we're in really warms our heart. And not only are we helping students today, but it's going to be here for a long time. And, our goal is to help enough other people get what they want. And like Ziegler says, if you help enough other people get what you want, you'll get what you want in life. And we have really been blessed beyond belief, beyond everything I ever imagined. And it's, we're really living the dream. And it's really worked out really great. And I owe a whole lot to Northwestern and the Pi Cap that kind of put me on the right path here. This was the right place for me. So it's only natural that we give back here. So this first generation scholarship is dedicated exclusively to members of Pi Kappa Phi and Tri Sigma. So that is a tremendous recruiting tool that you have there. And once this program takes off, you'll really see what a wonderful tool that's going to be. So thank y'all. Thank you, Drake and Jill.
Awesome banquet together. Because if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be here.
I want to make a comment. David mentioned Jill and I asking for money, which is what we do for a living. When you have generous donors like David and Sherry, it makes it easy. The state had a great opportunity, and it's a very unique one, to help first-generation college students. We have a lot of first-generation students here at Northwestern, and they're very much in need of the funds to go to college. When we approached David and Sherry with the idea, the program was to build endowments of increments of $100,000. When you talk to the Morgans and they consider it, initially they came back and said, you know what, we'll do 3 of those. So Jill and I was like, $300,000, can't wait to tell Dr. Matthew this. We let them think about it a little more, and they said, you know what, let's do 10 of them. This is a $1 million endowment. The earnings from this endowment will go on in perpetuity. We're talking about $50,000, $60,000 a year in awards. and it's my pleasure to award the first 22 recipients of this scholarship program tonight. And I'm going to call your name, and I'll ask that you come up and thank the Morgans and get a certificate, and we'll hear from two of the recipients in a moment. Our first recipient, Mia Adams, South Terrebonne High School. I'll start calling the names and y'all can come up. That way you don't have to run. Miss Kaylin Marone, Monkey High School. Mr. Blake Blanchard, St. Martinville High School. Miss Casey Collinsworth, Saline High School. Miss Bethany Couch, Halton High School. Also, Miss Kaylee Couch, Halton High School. Mr. Michael Daly, West Monroe High School. Miss Kylie Descant, North DeSoto High School. Mr. Logan Estee, Wells High School. Mr. Jacob Gidry, Jennings High School. Miss Kelsey Horn, Manny High School. Miss Mackenzie Kulo, Anacoco High School. Mr. Zachary Linville, Hoshan High School. Mr. Joseph Magnan, Burleson Centennial High School. Miss Emily Miller, North DeSoto High School. Jordan Mitchell, Gina High School. Miss Emily Odom, Plainville High School. Miss Bailey Hatton, North DeSoto High School. Miss Chloe Solomon, Pineville High School. Mr. Tyler Thomas, Gina High School. Miss Madison Watts, Saline High School. Mr. Chartarian Wilson, C.E. Bird High School. And at this time, I'm going to ask that before we give everyone a round of applause, that Ms. Casey Collinsworth and Mr. Tyler Thomas, in just a moment, come join us for some remarks about receiving the award. But first of all, let's give this group a round of applause. Congratulations to the first class of the Morgan First American. We'll ask that all of the recipients, we're going to be taking a group picture right after the program over here in the corner. So please join us when we do that. We'll get the other recipients in as well, and then I'll give you an opportunity to take a picture and thank the Morgans. So again, congratulations, and we'll have Ms. Casey Collinsworth and Mr. Tyler Thomas come talk to us about the award.
Thank y'all so much. This is so awesome. Being in Tri-State has just given me so many opportunities to serve like Mr. David was sharing that. Thank you both so much. It means the world to me.
I didn't expect to give a speech, so I'm a little nervous, but I'll tell you about how I felt whenever I first heard about the scholarship. I heard about it and I was like, man, that's amazing, absolutely. And I was like, that's when I think I might actually have a chance at winning, you know? I heard it was first generation, I was like, man, you put my mom's high school education along with my dad's, they still didn't graduate. So I was like, this is awesome. And I really appreciate it because I came into college, I had no idea what was going on. I didn't know what I was doing, and just knowing that somebody else understands that cares for students like that, means a lot to me. So I thank y'all very much, and I love all y'all.
Congratulations, what a group. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me in welcoming Miss Jackie Crew, Sigma 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 Chapter Advisor, she'll be joined here at the front with Pi Kappa Phi's advisors, Mr. Doug Ireland and Dr. Chris Lyles. And David and Sherry, if you would please join us here at the front as we recognize our Extra Mile Scholarship winners.
Thank y'all for the round of applause. It warms my heart. Thank you. For those of you that may not be familiar with the Morgan Extra Mile Scholarship, I would like to share a little information about the application process for both Pi Kappa Phi and Tri Sigma. Each organization has a separate selection process, but the criteria are very similar. Many things are taken into consideration as we look for those who go the extra mile, for their chapter, for their campus, and for their community. In addition to a member's academic achievement and their chapter and campus contribution, we also take into consideration the member's part-time employment and service records. Helping yourself is sometimes very important to David and Sherry, and this is reflected in the applications. These areas are assigned a point value, and members know at the time of their submission what their points for each of these categories are. In addition, member essays on values, community service, and volunteerism, going the extra mile, and career goals are reviewed and scored anonymously by alumni and alumni. Letters of recommendation and minimal chapter advisory board discretionary points are included in the final calculation. The great thing about the Morgan Extra Mile Scholarship is all members are eligible. It's not based on an individual's academic achievement or need. It's awarded to those who go the extra mile for their organization. Now for the best part. Our first scholarship recipient is not only a hard-working Tri Sigma, but a hard-working Demon. She has served as a member of the Demon Volunteers, Demon Days Welcome Committee, and the Student Government Association. Her contributions to the chapter include dancing her way across the stage for Dancing with the Sigmas, Honor Council Chairman, and representing the chapter at the National Prevention Institute. Congratulations to Emily Leger.
Okay, before Aretha, I apologize for going off script for just a moment. That scares you, doesn't it? This winter, Pi Kappa Phi's Beta Omicron chapter suffered a tremendous loss. A man who was initiated along with me as an alumni initiate. A man who literally cried when the brothers came to give him his invitation. And it was Miss Jackie's husband, Robert Crew. There's not a couple in the history of this university who's loved this university more. And so I'm so honored, and Chris is too, to call you tonight. Jackie. so let's get after it. As much as anyone ever will, our first Pi Kappa recipient personifies going the extra mile. He's got a 3.6 GPA in the Scholars College. He's an Interfraternity Council board member and has been initiated into the Blue Key National Honor Society. Writing about one way his brothers have supported him, he said, this is quoting, "An act of kindness like that imbues a drive, a hunger to repay it, and it's helped me realize the way I can carry others." Congratulations, Brother Christian Foss.
Our next recipient is a member of the NSU Insiders and Student Activities Board. She has served the chapter as the T-shirt and Inspiration Week chair, as well as a member of the Ritual Committee. To this Sigma, going the extra mile is going above and beyond expectations and seeing every moment of your day as an opportunity to benefit others in some way, some shape or form. It is thinking outside of the box and getting creative, because service to your peers, campus, and community does not come with boundaries. Congratulations, Emily Benoit.
Okay, so the next Pi Kappa recipient is an excellent example of setting high expectations and working hard to meet those goals. He is very active in the spirit of Northwestern. As a leader in Pi Kappa, he has participated in Gear Up Florida. He's been a historian, chaplain, and the Ability Experience chairman. When writing about the definition of the word success, it's all about how ambitious you are. It's the hard work that makes someone humble, and the personal feeling of accomplishment that makes it all worthwhile in the end. Congratulations, Michael Daly.
To the next Tri Sigma to receive the prestigious Sherry F. Morgan Extra Mile is a member of the NSU Insiders and the President's Leadership Program. She states that going the extra mile is not found where a name is associated with an organization, but found inside the hearts of the students who truly want to impact the world. I try to go the extra mile every day so that if I do not change the world, at least I may have changed someone's life in some way. Along with the First Lady of Louisiana, Donna Edwards, I can't pronounce her middle name. Maiden name, I guess it is. We believe that Abigail Reynolds has a true love of people and a true servant's heart. Congratulations.
Team here. Very good at it. But this is pretty cool. Academic excellence is not the focus of the Extra Mile Award, but this group is making it seem that way. Our next winner has a perfect 4.0 in an easy subject of biology. Just a sophomore, he's been a freshman connector, the Presidential Leadership Program, an events director for the Student Activities Board. He's in the Spirit of Northwestern Marching Band, and he's our historian. He's also done wonderful work helping coordinate tonight's festivities. Char Wilson.
Our next college scholarship recipient serves the NSU community in a number of recognized student organizations and programs. She is a member of the Demon Volunteers, Demon Days Welcome Week, a member of the President's Leadership Program, and an officer for the first year Honor Society, Alpha Lambda Delta. This Sigma believes Tri Sigma values are expressed through our talents, service, and academics. As Tri Sigmas, we make wise choices every day by giving hope and love to those who are faithless and powerless through sharing laughter and kind words. Congratulations, Madison Watts.
Okay, going the extra mile includes being active on campus. Our next brother takes this meeting to a whole new level. He is the general manager for KNWD. He is a Jove Scholar, and I will brag on him. He is competing Saturday at the Louisiana Academy of Sciences, and we're going to win. He is part of the Student Activities Board and a member of the American Society of Microbiology. When writing about brotherhood, he states, "If you look at brothers in a negative light, you will find negative things. If you care for and respect your brothers, you will get the same in return." Congratulations, Noah Bodwell.
Like many other members of the chapter, our next scholarship recipient often works 1, 2, or 3 jobs to contribute to her college education. She is a member of the chapter officer board, Blue Key Honor Society, and Pi Alpha Delta Law Fraternity. This recipient believes that the time spent on her jobs, along with her NSU mentors, have allowed her to gain confidence in herself and in her career choice of family law. Congratulations, Morgan Horn, on her noble accomplishments.
Okay, Chris, we're going to get one thing straight. We've got a beautiful little princess here and a hobbit. The microphone stays at this level, okay? You got to get down with it, brother. Just saying. All right. Our next winner is exactly that. He is a winner. He gives relentless effort and total commitment to our fraternity. He's been on the executive council for all 4 years. He's also been that same kind of level of commitment for the Student Activities Board, the NSU rowing team. And another extra mile winner said this about him: he best represents going the extra mile in our chapter because of his willingness to sacrifice for his brothers and for the chapter. Seeing his sacrifices up close made me realize that being a good brother and a leader means doing the job that's needed and doing it the best you can. With a 3.0 GPA in business, he's our Archon. Congratulations, David Johnson.
As a student leader, this Sigma finds joy in all that she does. She has served the chapter as Honor Council Chairman, Letters Chair, and Vice President. She's left her legacy at NSU with Special Olympics, first-year programs, and NSU traditions. She made NSU history when she was selected to serve as the undergraduate student board member for the first-year Honor Society, Alpha Lambda Delta. In the fall, she was selected for one of the highest honors a student can receive, NSU Homecoming Queen. Although she is a busy Tri Sigma serving the chapter as president for 2018, she also takes time to serve her alma mater as a Demon volunteer and mentor for first-year students. Congratulations, Mallory McConnell.
Down here. I probably go to the back. Learning. Okay, the next recipient is one of Pi Kappa Phi's newest leadership consultants. And he is just that, a leader on our campus and in our fraternity. He has served as the IFC Vice President, elected to Homecoming Court, and has served in several executive positions, such as recruitment, intramural, and social chair, and warden of our associate members. When describing an event that has greatly impacted him at Pi Cap College for emerging leaders, he says, "Seeing the smiles, the connections being made, and the happiness all around me enhanced my love for Pi Cap and reminded me that I made the best decision of my life joining this fraternity. Congratulations, Dedrick Lewis."
If a soldier demands that you carry his gear for a mile, carry it 2 miles. This is Matthew 5:41. We are all given the capacity to do something. It's when you go above and beyond that capability that you have gone that extra mile. She serves the NSU community as a member of the Demon Volunteers, the Freshman Connection Team, and president of Alpha Lambda Delta Honor Society. In the chapter, she has improved ritual and ceremonials, served on a number of committees, and now works hard to balance the books. Congratulations, Hannah Gaspard, for always going above and beyond the extra mile in all that you do.
The next Pi Kappa recipient has a 3.2 GPA in business as a sophomore. He's vice president for judicial affairs, that makes me nervous, for the Interfraternity Council. He's been on the Student Activities Board. He's been in the Presidential Leadership Program, and he worked for the Special Olympics. He's already been our warden, our scholarship chairman, and attended the Pi Kappa College for Emerging Leaders. He's also an NSU cheerleader. Brother wrote about him, "He is one of the most understanding and kind-hearted people I have ever met. He is the definition of this extra mile scholarship." Congratulations, Jacob Guidry.
Our next recipient is a member who can be found doing the little things in the chapter that make a big difference. Her service to the chapter includes painting the rock, dancing with the Sigmas, and serving on the colonization team for the Auburn University Tri Sigma chapter. On campus, she can be found serving the Order of Omega Greek Honor Society, Purple Jackets, and the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. She states, "Ultimately, I would love to use my gifts and talents to serve those less fortunate." Operation Christmas Child carries the same core beliefs as my beloved Tri Sigma's philanthropy, Sigma Serves Children. They believe in giving to children who are in need of love and care. Congratulations, Rebecca Altman, on making service to Tri Sigma and others
While no one is perfect, our next recipient has set an exemplary model of leadership to follow. He has served as Archon, Vice Archon, and Secretary, as well as held multiple leadership positions at the university, such as IFC President and Freshman Connector. His accomplishments at the national level cannot be understated. Cycling across the U.S. with the Journey of Hope to serve people with disabilities, and recently being selected as a leadership consultant. Another brother described Thomas as going the extra mile by excelling at leadership positions, cycling in the Journey of Hope, and being the student representative for the Ability Experience. It's been a good ride, Thomas. Congratulations.
Our final scholarship recipient tonight believes that going the extra mile is doing something more than you have to and more than you are supposed to. It's also doing those things when no one else, doing the things when no one will ever know. It's having integrity. Going the extra mile isn't accidental, it's intentional. This Sigma has served the chapter in big and small ways, on intramural teams, painting letters, and on the Alumni Relations Committee. She served as a member of the Honor Council and on the Officer Board as Education Director. On campus, you will find her volunteering as a mentor for the first-year students and future students, as a 2-year freshman connector, and implemented the 2017 NSU Kid Connection program for siblings of new students, 2-year freshman connector, was a 2-year freshman connector. She is a member of the President's Leadership Program and a perfect 4.0 student. A secondary education major, this Sigma keeps a notebook with her to write down ideas that pop into her head so she can implement them when she graduates. Congratulations to one of NSU's brightest future educators, Kennedy Lambert.
All right, read it again. I go off the script. It makes you nervous. But one part of this is you. This event would not have happened without the tremendous passionate effort you put into it. On behalf of Pi Kappa Phi and everybody in this room, thank you. And to you Extra Mile Scholarship recipients, I know you love the big checks. They're really cool, but they're going to be really trouble fitting them through the drive-through little tube in the bank. So for the Pi Caps, when we pose over there, I've got checks you might really enjoy, and I'm sure somebody from Tri-Sigma's got some checks too. Now back to the scheduled part of the program with another person who is so integral to Pi Kappa Phi, Lane.
Thanks, Doug. At this time, we'd like to have Kennedy and Thomas deliver brief remarks about what this scholarship means to them. So if you please come forward here, impromptu as well.
At my 3 years here at NSU, I've gained so many skills, met so many people, and made so many memories. And all of that is because I chose to go to school here, and then I chose to be a Tri-Sigma. So I want to thank Mr. and Mrs. Morgan for implementing this program that allows students to continue to be a part of Northwestern State and Tri-Sigma.
Good evening, everybody. The reason I decided to get to Northwestern State University was for the leadership aspect. I was was the only university that talked about it, and actually Dr. Maggio kind of set me on my path. He was the first person I met from the university, and then very quickly handed me off to Retha, where she taught me how to be a leader and what I was doing, and then very quickly introduced me to Wes. And that's kind of where I found my affiliation within Kappa Phi, and Wes handed me off to Lane handed me off to Doug and Chris. And through this time at Northwestern, I've been in good hands. And most importantly, they've always reminded me to make sure I make a bigger impact at a greater level. That it's important that we not only take the opportunities in our lives to make sure that the person behind us will have the opportunities that we're given now and make sure they're better. A perfect example of that is David and Sherry Morgan. They've been here my whole experience. I can remember the first time I met him in the parking lot at Pike House talking about the new house that we're going to build, and we're going to build it. But David, you have done so much, not only for the university, not only for the chapter, not only for brothers across the nation, but you really embody what it means to be a Pike Phi. You have been nothing but a true friend and a brother to me, so thank you.
We're going to welcome back David Morgan to deliver a few remarks here about the Extra Mile program and what it means, being the namesake for this.
Thanks. You know, Doug's not the only one that's been off track. Sometimes in the moment of enthusiasm, you kind of forget what you're supposed to be doing. But once again, thank y'all so much for attending. It warms our heart to be able to do this. The Extra Mile Scholarship is a program that we put together in 2008 with the help of PICAP's national office, Tom Atwood, a good friend of mine and former assistant executive director. We wanted to reward the students that were really going the extra mile, not only in the classroom, but in all aspects of college life. And since we have put the program together, and 4 years ago we added $1 million to it and added it out and rolled it out nationally. Since then we've paid out over $250,000 has gone out to PICAPs since 2008. The first one was here at Northwestern, 2008, and it was so good. We were so warmed and excited about how the program worked. We rolled it out, to nationally. But when you think about the extra mile, what does that mean to you? To me, it means doing more than you're expected to do. Starting early, staying late, being an eager beaver, being a student of the business, no matter what your business is in. And I encourage the students here, what you're doing now is so important. You're laying the foundation of what's going to happen to you once you leave here. So get in the habit of going the extra mile. It takes just a little bit more effort to stand out. Because most people, they want to show up at 8 o'clock, run in right at the door, and at 5 o'clock they want to run out. And if you want to get ahead in life, you got to put forth just a little bit more effort by going the extra mile. And, like Zig Ziglar says, if you're looking for a helping hand, the best place to look for it is at the end of your sleeve. Because if it is to be, it is up to me. And, in 10, 20, 30 years from now, where are you going to be, students? Where are you going to be? Your habits, your education are going to determine your lifestyle, where you live, where your kids go to school, the type of family you have. Buy in. When I came to Northwestern, I bought in. When I was in high school, I was average at best. But when I came to Northwestern, I really started joining some things. I joined fraternity. I was freshman class vice president. I became my fraternity president. I was IFC president. I was the school mascot. I was the first one to have the demon outfit. Get involved, get engaged, because what you're doing here, you're going to carry forward that momentum once you leave here. There's a lot of opportunity out there. This is America. This is the greatest country in the whole world. If anybody doesn't believe it, they ought to move on. Excuse me, I wasn't able to come here yesterday because I wasn't feeling good, and I'm trying to get through this here, so bear with me for just a second. But, I love America. I mean, it is a land of opportunity. But it's only a land of opportunity if you are willing to go the extra mile, to do the small things that are necessary to break out of the crowd. With this scholarship program, we feel like that we're directing the focus on what we believe are life-changing events and life-changing strategies that will carry on after, you leave Northwestern. We want to prepare you for success. What will be your story? Where are you going to be living in 10, 20, 30 years? What are you going to be doing? Some of you are going to graduate in a couple of months. I hope all of you graduate at one point. But your degree is only going to carry you so far. It's up to you to go to the next level. You're going to have a job when you leave here, students. Unless you win the lottery or you're a trust baby. But most of us have jobs. We have to have a boss. And your boss is going to be looking at you. He's going to be watching your actions. And a boss wants somebody that is doing more than they're being paid to do. Because once you're doing more than you're being paid to do, then you're going to be paid more. And that's just the way it works. That's the way it works in the real world. The employee doesn't go to the boss and say, "Boss, please give me a raise," and they'll start showing up on time. Right, John? I mean, you got to show up first. You got to be the first one there and the last one to leave, and the boss is going to recognize that. Nor do you stand in front of the fire and say, "Fire, give me some heat, and I'll throw a log on you." You got to put forth the effort first before you get the reward. So many times we turn on the TV and we see the basketball players, the football players. They're making $1 zillion, and we think how fortunate they are, and they really are. But what we don't see is all the years before, all the practices they went to, all the games they went to, and they started out probably in the second, third grade, and they finally make the big time. So those guys are going the extra mile. They have gone the extra mile. But you got to put forth the effort on the front end. You put forth the effort on the front end, and then the rewards will come. Many people say this is paying it up front. Once again, I'd like you to have an attitude of gratitude. I have a huge attitude of gratitude. Because, see, I know where I started from. And I know when I came to Northwestern what I was. And I'm a much different person today. I was 4 years later than when I came to Northwestern. And so try to have an attitude of gratitude. Be thankful for what you have. Be thankful you're at Northwestern. Be thankful for tonight. Be thankful for your parents. It costs a lot of money to go to college. Drake and I were going over some numbers the last few days, and it costs a lot of money to go here. I was amazed at how much, I was shocked at how much it would cost, to be honest with you. And if you figure it costs X amount to go to college, and if you weren't going to college, you'd probably make it $30,000, $40,000 a year. So you add that to your cost of college, and you're looking at $60,000 a year, $70,000. So you multiply that times 4 years, that's $250,000. So it costs a lot of money to hang out here. So, and so if you're going to be here, go the extra mile, get engaged, be an eager beaver, sit at the front of your class. Raise your hand, participate, because your professors notice those who participate. Your success is going to come from you, your hard work, your positive attitude. And I encourage everybody to have a positive attitude. Think good things, think good thoughts. Don't think the poor me syndrome. Everybody can have a pity party if they want to. But have a pity party and move on. You have to have desire for success. You want to make the best grades. You want to have the best family, the best of everything. Think about that all the time. In the real world, and you're fixing to get in the real world once you live here. This is not the real world. It's a great place to hang out in. But there's a different world out there. Everybody doesn't get a participation trophy. There are real winners and there are real losers. And the only difference is they just put a little more effort. They're not that much smarter, not that much talented. They just showed up a little longer and stay short. They showed up earlier or they stayed later. You know, and in the real world, people get up and go to work every day. You know, not like on TV. They don't hang out at the coffee shop every day, you know, or hang out at the house and play video games. People actually get up and go to work. So, you know, in closing, I encourage all of the students here to buy in to what is being presented to you here, because you're getting exposed to a wonderful education here. And the old cliche I heard a long time ago is when the student is ready, the professor will arrive. So I hope you're ready to receive the message that this wonderful staff here is presenting you. So thank you once again for coming, and I hope all of you get the habit of going the extra mile. Thank you.
Now I'd like to call forward all brothers of Pi Kappa Phi, both students and alumni, to take part in our traditional serenade, the Rose of Pi Kappa Phi. Now, each year, the Beta Omicron chapter selects one woman as the fraternity sweetheart, known as the Rose Queen. Now, this honorary title signifies a woman who embodies class, character, and elegance. Tonight, we would like to name an honorary rose, something we've done fewer than 5 times in our chapter's 60-year history. She's someone very special to both Pi Cap and Tri Sigma. Would Miss Jackie Crew please join us at the front? Thank you all, brothers. Miss Jackie, actually, don't go far. All of us here tonight are so very grateful for the love that you and Mr. Robert have shown in everything that you do. And of course, many of you know that Mr. Robert was a brother of Pi Kappa Phi. He passed to Chapter Eternal in January. Now, to honor his memory and his tireless devotion to helping students, so many of us in this room, we have a small token of appreciation. Now, each year, the Beta Omicron Alumni Chapter awards a scholarship to a deserving incoming freshman who excelled in academics and involvement in high school. By a resolution passed by our membership, it will furthermore be known as the Robert G. Crew Freshman Leadership Scholarship, a reminder of the example that he set for all of us.
I can't tell y'all what this means to me. Pi Kappa at Northwestern meant so much to Robert, and it just warms my heart to know that this will be carried on forever. And I thank you. I never thought I'd be a Pi Kappa Rose either, so that's quite an honor. Thank you all so much.
As we close tonight, Andrea Gathercole will lead us in the benediction.
All right, let us pray. Please, Father. Heavenly Father, we thank you today and the opportunities you bless us with in abundance. You have given us the ability and responsibility to be the salt and light in our organizations, campus, and community. I pray that each of us strives to glorify you with our actions. Let us grow with you so that we may be a guiding light for others to seek you. I pray for safe travels tonight as we leave and the strength to walk in the path you have set for our lives. In your name we pray. Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you again, all of you, for joining us to celebrate the recipients of the Spring 2018 Morgan Extra Mile Scholarship. Now, we'd like to ask that everyone stick around for just a few more minutes to take a few group pictures here throughout the room. And thank you again, everyone. Have a great evening, and congratulations to our student recipients. So if all of the scholarship recipients will join us back here in the corner, you will step and repeat that has the crests of both organizations. The scholarship recipients will meet back here in the corner left of the doors.